and welcome to podcast of Iron Cure. We are discussing drug discovery and why is it so goddamn hard? Why is drug discovery not easy? That is the running theme of this podcast, and we are going to try to convey to you how newer approaches can change drug discovery radically and how Iron Cure is doing things very differently. And how AI is a transformative force, whether it's about SARS-CoV-2 or other diseases which are taking their toll on mankind. With me is Dr. Tejas Gupte. He's a drug discovery expert in IronCure. So welcome to the podcast, Tejas.
Thank you.
So what we will cover a lot of surface, or will not be going too technical. At least we'll not try to bore you. But this is a very technical topic, so you have to forgive us in advance for some jargon. I'll start by asking Tejas, why is drug discovery so time consuming? And I would try to pretend to be a novice and ask this question that when you see every day on major diseases like diabetes, on cardiac arrest, or on depression, 24 papers, why don't you see a new medicine come out every month?
Right. I think the root of it lies in how we understand diseases, right? The way we think about diseases, as you said, there are 24 papers coming out daily. So there is a lot of information, but this information is not properly categorized, it's not properly arranged, so it's not usable knowledge. So you cannot directly use these papers to make a drug. That's the first thing. The second thing about this information, about all this biological data, is that we think of a lot of biological processes as signaling pathways, which are very linear. And in the cell, in the body, signaling proceeds as networks. So there are proteins and there are nodes of proteins, and then there are some nodes which talk to other proteins a lot more than other nodes. So we have to identify which are the nodes which are actually being modified and leading to a disease, and specifically target those nodes or those sets of protein-protein interactions. Now, because this data, as I said, has not been categorized very properly in a usable manner, it makes it difficult to know which is the exact interaction that we should be focusing on. I think that's the major challenge here.
Wonderful, very well put. The thing is that IronCure, what we are trying to do is we have roots in sort of two cultures and two different regions. I spent most of my adult life in North America and in the US. And I came back to India to a very unpleasant experience here. But that aside, one of the strengths I realized in India was that there is masses of humanity which is trained in some science. Not great science, but in some science, and they can be trained better. Indian institutions currently are not doing a great job, but we can step up. And not just in India, this can be generalized to countries of Asia by and large. There are some exceptions, and it can be generalized to countries of South America and of Africa. So what we can make a difference is using this, so many students using these masses, we can actually systematize biological information. In the process of that, we can train these people to be better scientists, better professionals, teach them biology, teach them chemistry, teach them drug discovery, and also teach them data science, which is one of the hottest professions these days. So that is what IronCure has started. In fact, it has a target which we may even end up meeting sooner than our deadline. By December 2022, we want to systematize information from all plants, few 100,000 plants that are known, all the medical information. We are also starting projects where we haven't set the deadlines yet. We are starting those projects on single molecules, on signaling pathways, on every single clinical trial. So we want to convert the data into biologically useful data, where we can use AI, right? So where we can have insights for drug discovery. This is one of the major things we are doing, and also doing our bit towards making drug discovery as well as basic teaching in the developing hemisphere also relevant. And why obviously we are doing things in North America is right now technologically there's no match for what stuff happens in US and Canada. And then there is my personal bias. I spent best years of my life in US, so there is an attachment with the place. So anyway, so this is one of the answers on why drug discovery is hard and how IronCure is doing things differently. We would talk to you again in the next episode, but for this episode, I would complete this by saying visit our website, www.ionCureRx, RX as in for pharmacist or chemist, ioncurerx.com. And if you're interested in joining us, we are always looking forward to citizen scientists working for us. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you.